Hey, how y'all doing out there? I'm back again with another video. Just real quick, I just want to talk about should you upgrade from the OnePlus 8 Pro, which I have here, to the OnePlus 9 Pro. Now, as you can see, I do not have the 9 Pro. I'm not making this video to bash the 9 Pro. I'm sure the 9 Pro is a great device. Not doing that at all. But what I'm trying to do is it a worthy upgrade? Like, is it worth really upgrading to the 9 Pro? Now, I'm going to be really honest with y'all. To me, it's definitely not worth it. Now, if you're coming from the 7T Pro or the 7 Pro, I would say yes, upgrade to the 9 Pro. But if you're coming from the 8 Pro, there's absolutely no reason to upgrade to the 9 Pro. There is absolutely everything pretty much this phone can do that the 9 Pro can do. Everything. It can do pretty much everything. All the specs are pretty much identical, like in the major categories. So let me just tell you the five differences between the 8 Pro and the 9 Pro, just real quick, because I'm not going to waste your time. The 9 Pro has a newer design, which I'm sure a lot of you that watch, tech videos on these smartphones, you can see that the design has changed from that of the 8 Pro to the 9 Pro. Next, upgraded cameras. Of course, we know every year cameras get upgraded. So that's the norm, okay? Now, the only thing about it is that I feel like smartphones are kind of plateauing out because they're running out of things to put in them. So the only thing that they're focusing on more than anything is the camera. Now, I don't think that's the best idea because everybody is not, everybody's not into their cameras like that. Some people just like me. I'm just a point and shoot type of person. I'm not heavily into photography, things like that. I just want a decent camera that takes decent pictures. It don't have to be the best camera on the market. It's not necessary. Now, for those of you that are heavily into the camera, then if you feel like you just need to upgrade every year because the camera's better, and like with the 9 Pros, because Hasselblad put their name on it, which they didn't really do much when it comes to that camera, honestly. But, they're a reputable camera company, so they're very expensive. They're top of the food chain and top of the line, things like that. So a lot of people that know about that know about Hasselblad. But I'll tell you this really quick. I watched a lot of reviews on the 8 Pro and the 9 Pro, and they did camera comparisons between the two. And for me, most instances when I watched them, the 8 Pro's photos looked better than that of the 9 Pro. Now, I know that's subjective. It depends on you and what your eye sees. But I'm just saying for me, it looked like the 8 Pro cameras look better. Now, these are the cameras on this phone are clearly the best that I'm only saying this because I have this. The best cameras that OnePlus had ever put in their phone. Prior to this, the cameras were just okay. This is the first device that OnePlus put flagship cameras on their device. And I'm telling you right now, the photo quality and the video quality on this phone, for me, is excellent. No issues at all. Only thing I wish that the front camera had 4K capabilities, which it don't. It just shoots at 1080p at 30. No 4K at all. I don't like that. Especially not for a phone that'll run you $1,000. Now, of course, it ain't running that now. You can get this for a lot cheaper. You could probably get it anywhere between $600 to $500, which is good. You're going to pay a lot more money for that with the 9 Pro. Next thing, of course, the 9 Pro has the newer processor, the Snapdragon 888. So you got a newer processor, but honestly, you're not going to notice the difference between the 865 and the 888. Excuse me. They're going to be pretty similar, honestly, with speed, because OnePlus has always been known to be a fast phone. So when it comes to the processor, I honestly don't believe you're going to be able to tell the difference. All right, next thing is the LTPO display. Basically, that means they put something in place where the refresh rate can change depending on what you're watching on your phone. So if you're on Twitter or you're on Facebook or Snapchat, you don't need 120 hertz. So this is going to bring your refresh rate down. It can take it down as low as 1 hertz to save battery. But for me, it's not necessary. Because I'll tell you with the 8 Pro right here, I'm always using almost 100% brightness, Quad HD plus resolution, 120 hertz, and the motion graphics smoothing. and I'm getting a day and a half. With heavy usage, I mean over 500 notifications every day, constantly getting notified on my phone all day long. I use my phone very heavy, watch a lot of YouTube videos or watch a lot of videos directly on my phone. I use my phone real heavy. I'm getting a day and a half with pretty much everything at max. So the battery life on this phone is great. It really is, and the standby time is great as well. Next thing, the difference, faster charging speeds with the battery. So with the 9 Pro, you're getting 65 watt super fast charging, and you're getting 50 watt wireless charging. Now you're only getting 30 watts warp charging on here wired and 30 watts wireless charging. For me, I'm good with that. Not a big deal. You know, I can charge this under an hour with the wired and just a little over an hour with the wireless, so I'm good with that. And the last thing, the OnePlus 9 Pro is going to get supported just another year longer than that of the 8 Pro. So the 8 Pro is going to get Android 13 and the 9 Pro is going to get Android 14. That is not a big deal, honestly. Not unless you're a person that needs, like I said, the latest and greatest. You need longer support. You need all that. It just depends. Now, like I said, if you're coming from an older OnePlus, I mean older than the 8 Pro, then I would say, okay, makes sense, you know, upgrade to the 9 Pro. But I tell you, if you're coming from an older device and you upgrade to the 8 Pro, you're going to be satisfied with that. You're not going to really need the 9 Pro unless you want the newer design. Okay, the newer design and some little tweaks here and there. But for me, 5 upgrades, that's not worthy of an upgrade, honestly. Now, if you can pick out 13 to 15 major upgrades in a device, then to me that's an upgrade, but not 5 things. That's not worth it. And you be wasting money. You basically be buying the same phone twice, which I don't think nobody wants to do that. So that was just my quick opinion on whether you should upgrade from the 8 Pro to the 9 Pro. And I say no, honestly, not at all. Not at all. Not with just the 5 differences being a newer design, upgraded cameras, newer processor, LTPO display, faster charging on the battery, and you get 1 more year of Android support. To me, that's not worth it from this to the 9 Pro, not at all. So if you got your 8 Pro, keep your 8 Pro. If you're considering getting the 8 Pro, get it. You'll love it. It's a great device. I already did a full review on it. You can check it out. You can see photos, videos, and what I think of this phone. I love this device. It's one of my favorite devices, and it's heavy in my rotation. So thank you for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Please leave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. And I hope everybody out there is staying safe and well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.